thank you for joining us in today's episode of You Were There. It's always exciting to share with you how men, women are changing lives every day through the Christian Broadcasting Network. Starting the program today is a journey of one man whose passion found the help it needed just in time. You're going to want to see this.
I've always had a thing for storytelling. It's been a passion I grew up with, and I did not let the passion lie. I built on it. I would read anything I can find about filmmaking, how these films are done. I would watch countless of films, tons and tons of them. When I got to the university, it became really serious. Researches began. I would go out of my way, ask questions, meet people, do anything I can to find how this thing is done. When it was time for me to actually start practicing this passion of mine, God brought someone to be a change for me, to propel me to the next phase of my career, my elder brother. He bought me the first camera I used and a couple of gears as well. I built on that and I became who I am today. That wasn't the end for me though, that was the beginning of the journey. There might be countless people out there with burning passions in them, but don't know the next phase. Maybe they have built on this passion, maybe they have done something, learned a skill just to encourage themselves, but don't have the materials like I got from my brother. My brother became my change for me, and you have the opportunity to become this change for these people by partnering with CBN. It gives you an opportunity to empower a widow out there. It gives you an opportunity to push that youth in accomplishing his dream. It gives you an opportunity to give scholarships to children out there. Be that change for them. And I encourage you to do this because it's actually good to put smiles on people's faces.
When it was time to start practicing my passion, God brought someone my way. There isn't anything quite like an answered prayer right when you need it the most. Imagine the number of people across the world right now hoping that someone will come by and be the answer they desperately need. Now, what if that someone was you? What if your decision today could make your dreams come true? Will you dare be that someone? This next story will show you how a daring decision to touch lives made a difference in Agyana community. Take a look.
There's a saying in Hausa, health is the most important gift to the body.
Over the years, Operation Blessing has collaborated with partners to take basic healthcare to rural communities across the globe.
There is no limitations.
Eternity Ministries is positioned to train leaders across the world for global impact. As part of the training process, students must carry out a community project. The Class of Influence Eternity Ministries, in partnership with Operation Blessing, chose to take help to a community in their need. Agyana in Abaji Area Council of the FCT was spotted for the mission.
March last year I wanted to be here, but COVID-19 pandemic did not allow us.
After extensive research, the team set up vital protocols to engage with the community safely. The governing authorities issued the appropriate approvals. The mission was a go. The Operation Blessing team and students of Eternity Ministries Class of Influence arrived from different parts of Nigeria to make the trip to Agyana. With so much excitement, they looked forward to a unique experience.
Finally, we are here. We are very expectant. I am very expectant. I want to see a lot of people here tomorrow to be attended to.
For Operation Blessing, it will be the first free medical outreach after months of COVID-19 lockdown.
This is peculiar, different from every other medical mission. We had to make arrangements for every safety protocol.
The crowd control team moved quickly, putting structures in place to keep order. Soon, the temporary outreach clinic was all set up. But first, they needed to enlighten the villagers on the importance of observing all COVID-19 protocols. The medical mission was in full swing. The surgeons prepared for a long day ahead. The opticians started conducting eye examinations. The doctors diagnosed medical conditions, while the pharmacy dispensed medicines as prescribed. Little Naomi was spotted lying helpless and weak.
I heard there is free treatment here. That is why I brought my child, hoping for a solution.
An Operation Blessing medical volunteer moved in to attend to the urgent call. Naomi was given prompt attention, and in no time, she was back on her feet.
I thank God. I am very happy.
I came here today because of ulcer and hypertension. I've seen doctors and also received drugs.
They gave me this glass and said my sight will get better. I am very grateful. This kind of service is from God because I didn't pay anything. May God bless you for this service to humanity.
This is what has never happened in this community before. There are people at home that they don't even have money for paracetamol, but today they are happy. Some of us were operated and it is free.
The crowd keeps building, and the volunteers are doing all they can to help as many people as possible.
This intervention has touched them in many ways, and quite a number of them that have lost touch to proper medical care.
I've seen about 121 people today, which is totally free. I want to specifically thank Operation Blessing for coming here because it has opened a way for the people that have known that some of the problems can also be attended to.
Class of Influence was determined to reach the whole man, body, soul, and spirit. As part of the medical mission, members of the community were trained in various skills like soap making, balm, and petroleum jelly.
I have learned and now I can make it myself. It will help me in different ways, especially when I have nothing to do. I will be able to use it to help my family.
The mere fact that you are able to touch people that ordinarily would not be able to access help is something to write home about. It's something to keep on doing.
I don't think Class of Influence could have done this alone. And I'm so grateful that CBN is here with us in this outreach.
We thank these people sincerely for their coming. What is not even enough to say a very big thanks to them.
I am so thankful for the blessings and help that they showed us. We are grateful and we are asking God to take them back safely as they came.
What if those partners didn't go to Agyana? What if they didn't respond to the health needs of that remote community? Then 815 people would have lost the chance to get the relief they needed. Class of Influence Eternity Ministries made a choice to be the change for a community in their need, and they found Operation Blessing to help them bring their desire to reality. That is the power of partnership. When you bring your gift of love and we bring our passion to save lives, we can change the world. We'll take a break now, and when we return, Dr. Ugochukwu shares the reason for his commitment to selfless service. Stay with us.
From tough terrains to deep waters, bringing hope and laughter to homes and communities. Thank you, CBN partners, for helping Martha, who was almost going blind as a result of cooking over smoky fires. She had no hope for a better life until CBN gave her a pair of glasses and a brand new business. Now she can look forward to a bright future. The people of Buckinriga village are also grateful to CBN for digging a brand new water well right at the center of their village. Now, the days of lack are over. Thank you, CBN partners, for putting smiles on people's faces.
Hello, and thank you for joining us on our interview segment. This is the platform where we get the chance to talk to everyday people who are helping us do all the great work you see on the field. And today in the house, we have Dr. Ugochukwu, an optometrist. He's very passionate about his job, and so he's here to give us all the gist of his experiences on the field. Welcome, Doctor.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here.
Thank
so
you.
let's start off with the eye care. I know that eye care is one of the things most of us take for granted. We don't check our eyes, we don't do nothing. So why do you think it's important that we take eye care more seriously?
The eye, is the window of the body. And that's the sense organ for light perception. So if one doesn't take care of his eyes or his or her eyes, that person is highly disadvantaged. So the person cannot see what is happening around him or her. So the eye should be taken seriously by everybody.
So what would you suggest is okay, to check your eyes? Like 3 months, 2 months? How do you do that?
Well, regular eye check can be once in a year, depending on availability and the need. But if there is any problem with one's eye, the person should immediately visit the eye clinic and check the eye. Like one having allergy or other problems of the eye should not do self-medication, but should see the optometrist. But for routine eye check, once in a year is okay.
I've seen you give of yourself, to see that people in rural community who cannot ordinarily afford these services, I've seen you do that for free. What inspired this decision to be committed to a task like this?
Well, my love for God and humanity inspired me. As a person, I promised God during my school days that if I pass through this tough experience in the university and I come out successfully, that I will impact positively on the society. And that's what I'm doing.
You have been one of our very committed volunteers who, countless medical missions. Can you count the number of medical missions you've been to?
I know if I count, it's more than 30, if not up to 50. There are many medical missions, even the ones that happen around that are 1 or 2 days. So once they call and I'm free, I'm disposed, I usually come and I participate.
Having your own clinic, working and all that, it's so much of your time already that is being taken out. So how do you make out time to be available? Because most of our medical missions are like 5 days, the whole week, sometimes 4 days. Our list is probably 3 days.
It's a question of planning. If you plan very well, definitely you will deliver. If you make it your priority, you will definitely know how to put it in order. And I'm happy that many a times I'm given enough time. So you plan well, then you deliver. But the important thing is make it a priority.
You have traveled to different parts of Nigeria. Do you have any of those trips or one of it that is dear to your heart that you cannot forget?
The Adamawa case is a case where a boy that was blind at the age of 3 regained his sight at the age of 21 through the activities of Operation Blessing. Of course, I usually had the eye care team there. Then there is the surgical part. So the optometric sector, we identified the cataract case and the child was sent to the theater and there was a fantastic cataract extraction and he started seeing. There is need for both government and non-governmental organizations to look into rural eye care. Attempts should be made to establish eye clinics in rural areas. I appeal to all medical and healthcare practitioners to just sacrifice little time and volunteer for 700 Club and other NGOs that are impacting positively on the lives of rural dwellers. I also implore well-meaning Nigerians and organizations, both corporate bodies and even government functionaries, to partner with 700 Club to impact positively on rural dwellers. Many Nigerians need healthcare services, not just eye, but general healthcare services. And with the wonders I've seen 700 Club doing and the positive impact, it is a cause that is worth keying into. Therefore, I'm making a passionate appeal to all Nigerians to partner with them so that we will at least help one another and improve our health care in the rural sector.
Thank you, Dr. Ugochukwu, for choosing to be there for others in desperate conditions. You have changed many lives because of your sacrifice to serve humanity with your gifts. Now, in the remotest communities across the world, many who have given up on ever seeing again have regained their sight. Others have been saved from life-threatening conditions. These could only happen because partners of the 700 Club make it possible for medical practitioners to take health to these communities. A big thank you to all our medical volunteers, and thank you 700 Club partners for touching lives around the world. God bless you. You can make it possible to reach more communities by partnering with us. When you make the commitment to join us, your monthly gift will sponsor cleft lip surgeries, empower widows, provide scholarships for orphans, sponsor medical outreaches, and a whole lot more. To begin, visit our website and fill our online partnership form or call any of the numbers on the screen. With as little as 2,000 Naira or more monthly, you can change lives across the globe. We can't wait to have you join our team of life changers. Now, these life changers never stop moving. From city to city, state to state, country to country, the impact is felt across the world. And these next few stories show you just how true that is. Take a look.
If you are from any village in the southern part of Nigeria, you must be familiar with this scene. Like everywhere else in rural Africa, farming is the mainstay of the economy, and women are the prominent players in the agricultural value chain. The women in Adoteyebi Ajibode village in Oyo State are not different. Like in most parts of Africa, farming and food processing technologies have not changed much over the years. For generations, it's been the same traditional method of processing palm fruits and cassava, which are some of the major crops grown in these parts. The Christian Broadcasting Network Africa, in partnership with the Embassy of Japan in Nigeria, has been exploring ways of changing the face of agricultural processing in Adoteyebi Ajibode community.
In this particular instance, we had a partner organization in the community. We went down to Ibadan and surveyed the community and found out indeed there was a need.
You're about to witness a life-changing event in Adoteyebi Ajibode village, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. There will be a commissioning of a cassava and palm fruit processing facility.
The community leaders, Bales, arrive in their colorful regalia, each chief distinguished by prominent beads. Then the special guests.
Adoteyebi Farmers Cooperative.
With opening protocols done with, the chairman of Ifeoluwa Farmers Cooperative Society, Honorable Chief Akinlabi Adewale, welcomes the guests to the occasion. The Yoruba culture is rich in music and dance. With the Bata drummers in full flow, the dance performers are at their very best. Over the years, the Christian Broadcasting Network has shown the love of God to people all over the world through its TV programs and humanitarian efforts. Dr. Felix Osamoje is the Regional Director of CBN Anglophone West Africa.
This is our contribution towards the attainment of the United Nations first, second, and the 17th Sustainable Development Goals of no poverty, zero hunger, as well as partnerships, and as well as the federal government's drive to boost local agricultural food processing.
Agriculture is a major occupation of our people.
The chairman of Akinyele Local Council Development Authority, Honorable Olumide Ali, is also on hand to express the gratitude of the government of Oyo State.
Many thanks also to the Japanese government for the gift of these dairy processing and oil processing plants that we are here to commission today.
The government of Japan, through its embassy in Nigeria, provided funding for the palm oil milling and cassava processing project. Mr. Tetsuya Imamura, special advisor to the ambassador, is representing the embassy.
the Embassy of Japan has so far implemented over 160 projects in various regions and areas, including primary health, vocational training, and agriculture.
The long-awaited moment is finally here. Dr. Felix Osamoje, Mr. Imamura and others proceed to cut the tape, declaring the facility open.
We therefore dedicate this project to the glory of God and for the benefit of humanity in general and the people of Atoyodi in particular.
Dr. Osamoje formally hands the keys of the facility over to the leaders of the Farmers Cooperative Society.
The reason why I decided CBN is they have the working experience with the Embassy of Japan before. Then their achievements was really, really nice. And not only that, they were trustworthy.
There's just a sense of achievement at the end of the day, especially when you see the joy on the looks of the faces of the farmers, the community. They are seeing the manifestation of a promise made and kept.
Wá dùn fún tí wọ́n wá ṣe yìí torí gbogbo instrument tí wọ́n gbé wá bí báyìí ó jẹ́ tóyìnbó á fọ epo ní engine wọn ni ó fọ á wọ ìkúrọ́ ní engine wọn ni ó ṣe gbogbo kíní báyìí inú wa dùn sí lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀.
A gbàdúrà fún àwọn tó ṣe fún wa iwájú lọ́wọ́ wọn ò máa lọ wọn ò ní rẹ́bú ẹ̀yìn àrìn yìí ni wọn ò máa rìn.
Ludmila is a single mom from Ukraine. She and her children moved to Israel to start their lives over. She got a job taking care of the elderly, but then the COVID-19 pandemic hit.
People wanted to take care of their elderly parents themselves because they were scared of the virus. I didn't have many clients to begin with because I was new to the job, so the work just stopped. I was still struggling to learn Hebrew, and I didn't know where to go for help.
For Ludmila, the hardest part was seeing how it affected her children.
It broke me, trying to explain to them why we could only eat the cheapest, most basic food. I felt so much shame.
Then another new immigrant told Ludmila about CBN Israel. CBN Israel helps Holocaust survivors, new immigrants, and single mothers in need in the Holy Land. When we learned about Ludmila, we started taking her groceries.
There's so much variety. The food is very nutritious, and my kids really enjoy it. It was such a wonderful surprise for you to do this for us. It gave me hope.
Ludmila recently started a new job cleaning at her local courthouse. She says it provides more stability with flexible work hours. Thanks to CBN donors, Ludmila's family got the food they'd needed to see them through this crisis. Now they can build the future they hoped for in Israel.
I'm very grateful for what you've done for my family during this time. There have been many challenges, and your support has meant everything. Thank you.
You were there when the water flowed and the children danced for joy. You were there when the doctors came and saved their little boy. You were there to speak the truth, send the gospel near and far. You were there to change their lives right from where you are.
Thank you, CBN partners, for making a difference around the world. Your gift of love has changed life and eternity for millions.
When hurting hearts reach out and cry, does anybody care? You were the one who brought the gift. Thank God that you
life can experience great change with little acts of kindness. Together, we can make this world a better place if we choose to be present for others in need. Thank you, 700 Club partners, for being there again and again. God bless you abundantly. Would also like to say thank you to our online family for writing to us and letting us know how this program is inspiring you to be a change agent. Coming right up is our feedback segment. If you'd like to send us your comments, questions, or prayers, please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You'll also get sneak peeks into what's new from the CBN studios. So what are you waiting for? Check us out now. It's always a pleasure to be your host, and you were there. But until next time, it's goodbye from all of us. Have an amazing week.